moderators and the members, you know. Shout out to D-Stroke. Says, sup, Jay, I hope you got to eat all the turkey you can handle, bro. At the casino with a friend right now. Much love. Okay, appreciate it, man. You at the casino. Yeah. Yeah, I ate enough, okay? I ate enough. But I see you at the casino having a very good holiday. You know? But again, shout out to him. We're going to talk about when living off these rappers and these athletes go wrong. We're going to talk about a story of how a female thought that this guy, because he was a rapper, he was going to fund her lifestyle, he was going to give her everything she wanted. But what ends up happening is he ended up basically handing her nothing but debt. He went from handing her money to debt. Okay. And of course, we're talking about Juelz Santana and Kim Bella. Reportedly, she's gotten kicked out of the house, or she's agreed to leave. The bank that owned the house have said they've been squatting for a year. So while Juelz goes away to jail late last year, she was left with the responsibility of paying the mortgage and wasn't doing it. She was too busy getting a new ass set, you know? So I want y'all to understand that it ain't all this chalked up to be with some of these guys, man. Some of these people are really fronting for social media. A lot of your favorite IG models have roommates, man. They're living like 5 to 1, 2-3 bedroom condo. Okay. Now Kim Bella has 2.3 million followers, and she has not been able to monetize that appropriately. It's because these women ain't making money like that on social media. The only women on Instagram that's really making money are the top tier Kim K types, the people who have 20, 30, 50 million followers on Instagram. I'm sure some under that are making money legitimately, but a lot of those chicks are, selling their services. I seen one picture on Instagram, I believe it was today or yesterday. It was these 3 chicks they had on the shirt that said Dubai. They were really happy to be in Dubai, man. That's how a lot of them chicks are making money, man. They're getting flown across the country by rich older men or some of these rappers, these Arabs, for a weekend. That's how they making money. Now, instead of Kim Bella taking the money and paying bills, she's going to get work done. So, she's already out here either, getting her IG modeling on, or she's doing it for her brand awareness. But something's going on there. You got chicks with like 20,000 followers on Instagram with it booking info. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What booking for what? Booking to go to a hotel room for an hour or two? Let's see who's here. True ATLing. Raw upcoming blog. Black Rhino K. Nicole William. Almighty Pharaoh. Willie Beeman. Gerard. D-Stroke Alexander. The Real Olivia Pope. Brittany B. 757. Joe Johnson. Young Jaye. Humble Beast. Gerald. Renee. Jessica. Lee. Vern. Dead Echo. H22 Sparks. Humble One. JJ. Let's see. Enjoying life. I think that's everybody. Triple X Jedi. Great February. Make sure y'all like the stream too, man. Somebody said in the chat I had a thumbs down. That's how it be, man. These people are just, they so in their feelings of probably about a video I made of probably about 5 months ago. What's good, Rainy Woman? William, what's good? But this is why I'm telling you, man, you got all these females on social media, well, a few of them, making videos telling women how to be gold diggers, telling women how to get a rich man. But what about when the money run out and you have not properly financially made the sorts of changes to avoid these things? We're going to get into that. Oh, you did, Brittany B. You had a dream about me? Really? Well, you gotta, I mean, what kind of dream was it? Well, Brittany, tell me in my email, because I'm pretty sure it's very interesting. I can read it later, you know, but I need to dig in on this topic. But yeah, man, I mean, you're not the only one. There's a couple people that have had dreams about me recently. You know, I don't know what's going on, but a couple people then had dreams about me, man. You know, positive vibes, you know. All right, make sure y'all like the stream, man. But we're going to get into it. But there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on in the news. People have wanted me to speak about the Amarion situation. Jaye group member, he wants to put hands on Fizz. I don't know what it is about Lil Fizz, but to me, he seemed like the type of dude who you just want to fight. Like he's like a kind of like a low key shit stirrer, likes to talk shit, but just, you know, he can't fight worth a damn. He just all talk. He's reminding me of that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got WR0NG getting fired or getting relieved of her duties after a season on, I believe, America's Got Talent. And people are saying that it's due to race, and we got the situation with R. Kelly's ex-girlfriends, you know. Justin Timberlake messing around with black female co-star, allegedly. We got some stuff going on. Bill Cosby during the interview. We just got some things going on, man. This was interesting. Y'all know Stacey Abrams, right? She was running for governor of Georgia. Well, guess what? She is about to produce a TV show. See, this is why Hollywood was behind her, because, you know, she wants to be in the entertainment industry. You know? And this only solidifies that you have a lot of these candidates that are nothing more than, you know, us. They're basically out here just to build their own brands. So that just solidified it for me. But you got a lot of stuff going on out here. All right. You got Lori Harvey officially dating Future. Something tells me she'll be pregnant in the next couple of months, maybe. But we can all pray for her. Because Future make these females look very fertile, you know. Future make they make these females seem so fertile, man. But I think it's simple. He's having unprotected relations with them, you know. But yeah, there's a lot going on, man. Maybe some of those will be future live stream topics. But let's get to this one. Now, y'all know I did a video about Kim Bella posting a picture with a, you know, at the surgeon's office where she got some work done, even though she was about to get put out the house. But again, it's about priorities. She was prioritizing making sure that, you know, her assets were looking big and round and look good in whatever dress or jeans that she's wearing. Was good, Felipe? Or Philip? Can't say his name's right. But priorities, people, priorities. I don't think Kim Bella thought that it would get to this point. I think that she always thought that Jewels would handle everything financially and she would be able to, you know, live the lifestyle she wanted. First off, why are you living in a mansion when you're not making money like that? Unless you're on the road constantly. This is how these rappers get paid, man. A lot of these guys are on the road constantly. at least, or at least they should, because that show money is good money, you know, because musically, you're probably not making a lot of money. They're making money, but the record label got to get theirs. The writers, producers got to get theirs. Then you get yours. And I did that video. Did y'all know that there were people that were angry about that video? Like, they were all in on defending the fact that she spent the church's money. Nah, she spent money to get work done instead of getting them bills paid, instead of moving out the mansion and downsizing to something smaller. But because Jewels has been trying to give her a lifestyle that will keep her around, you put yourself in a hole financially to where you're going to jail. So what's she gonna do? You think she gonna pay bills? Bruh, she not gonna pay bills. As a matter of fact, she gonna take that money and she gonna get some work done. Shout out to Shy, Red Pill football team. Salute to Jaye. Salute to you, man. Like the stream, people. She spent the money on herself, making sure she looks good for the next guy that comes along. Because trust and believe, Jewels, she's dealing with other dudes. I hope you understand this. But it's dudes who understand their role in her life. Women deal with men, even if they could be married, they could be in a long-term relationship. There's always, if they look the way Kimbella does, they're going to have men on the side who they can utilize when need be. And that's what's going on in this situation. That's why she has to keep the body looking a certain way. What's good, Lena? Shout out to all the new people in the chat if you know. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jewels there's nothing he can do. He already lost a condo that he had, and he lost this house. Bad financial management. You know that you're not making money maybe the way you used to, so you stay in the mansion, knowing full well that at some point the money's gonna pop. Because see, they were paying what, $6,500 a month, which to them you would think is not a lot of money, right? They're celebrities, you know, he's a rapper, she's on reality TV. You would have thought that she would have been able to flip those opportunities and make money. She has not. Like most of them chicks, they don't flip those opportunities. They're relying on those checks. This is why you see those females on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood wilding out the way they are. Marriages being destroyed, relationships being destroyed. Look at what's going on with Ray J. Look at what's going on with Ray J and his wife. Trust and believe that will be put into a storyline on the next season. So this is why, if you're Jewels, you have to have better financial planning. You know you're going to be going away. You know that she ain't going to be able to take care of that place financially. Your kids are going to be having to be basically homeless because the woman that you're having them with ain't making no money on her own. If she is, she's spending on herself. And you're not making the money you used to, but you're still trying to hold on to something that they've been telling you for almost a year to get out of. Because they've literally been calling Jewels and Kimbella squatters, which is embarrassing, you know. But he's trying to give her the lifestyle that he thinks is going to keep her around. But bro, now that you done lost the house, do you think she's going to stay around? You in jail? I'm pretty sure she ain't lonely. She can put up as many pictures about you as she wants. She's only doing that so she can keep up the storyline for Love and Hip Hop New York. Shout out to Shy. I support Mario and the Ray J Red Pill mindset. Before you go to a surgeon and get work done on your body, you need to think about where your kids gonna lay their head at. Because if you don't even know where you're gonna stay, you've been forced to leave this place. You haven't made any plans to move to this. Maybe you have now, but it took you a year for you to do that. Now she out here by herself. People know she got financial issues. How many, sharks you think are in the water, man? How many of these dudes who are your friends, who are cool with you, are not hitting her up? And honestly though, she seems like one of those females that's very easily impressed. very easily impressed. And let one of these rappers who she listens to, you know, who she's always wanted to meet, let them hit her up, you know. And again, this is a situation of living off these rappers to the point to where when the money runs dry, what you gonna do then, especially if you have kids by this guy? You gonna hit him for child support? Y'all married, so you can't do that. You know, you can't really separate from him because you need a storyline for Love and Hip Hop. So it's almost as if she's in a situation where she secured a situation with Love and Hip Hop. But what after that? Any woman that's concerned with how big her asset it is a woman that you can't trust, bro. Because what is she looking good for? Obviously, she's not monetizing that. She's not monetizing that 2 million audience that she has, you know, the way she should be. Yeah, make sure y'all get the likes up, man. You know, there's a lot of hurt feelings that are why I told y'all, whenever I speak about Kim Bella, there's a lot of people, not a lot, there are some people that don't like it. They don't like to hear the truth. This is the truth, man. This is the truth. This is an L for Joel's because one, he's in jail, and two, he's lost the condo and he's lost the mansion. And he's probably going to lose his girl. But people don't want to hear that. But this is the truth. So no matter how much you don't want to hear that, you're going to hear it. The only reason why she's still attached to him is because of that storyline for Love and Hip Hop New York. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. Okay? It's the truth. If there was no storyline to be had, she would not have walked down the aisle with this guy. That wasn't going to happen. But she knows Joel's financially ain't got it like that unless he hiding money. Unless he's hiding money and is intentionally losing the condo and losing the house, because remember, he's locked up, so he can't, he's not living there. It wouldn't surprise me if Joel got some money put up somewhere, because these guys cannot be this dumb and done spent money on these chicks to where there's nothing, you know, left to pay these bills when they're not there. Because of course, Kim Bella ain't gonna be able to do it. And no teeth. And I'm telling you, man, understand this, man. You have a whole section of social media that's all about women leveling up and getting with men with money. What is that going to do? You getting with men with money. What about when the money ain't there? You know? What about when the money ain't there? When the money ain't there, are you going to stay? Are you going to be about struggle love? Because to me, if you look at it, this kind of is a bit of struggle love. You know? This is kind of a bit of struggle love, you know? You may not like it, but it's some struggle love going on here, but she knows monetarily going to help her for, you know, being on a reality show. But bruh, you can't have a female who's getting her body worked on, who's not putting that to use. Because I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm sure she's putting it to great use. You know, that's the reality, man. You know, just because somebody says that they love you and they're loyal doesn't mean that that loyalty won't go out the window if an opportunity don't present itself. You know, anybody who physically gets work done on themselves is usually somebody who, to me, cares more about themselves than anybody else. They care about being a bit of a pleaser. You know, they care more about getting as much attention as possible. Even if you have 2 million followers, you want 2 million more. You want to be able to compete with other women. I've noticed that Instagram changed the way their like system is, but you can still tell how many likes it is. It'll say this person liked and 1,000 likes, you know. But there are women who are very concerned about that. They're very concerned that those likes are going away and that validation from saying that they have 100,000 likes, they wouldn't be able to get that, but that's to their own doing, because they're about this body positivity and no shaming has gotten them to where you can't see those likes like you used to. And that has caused the competition to ramp up to the point to where these women are going back under the knife. I'm seeing that Amber Rose admitted that she's going back under the knife, and she just had a kid. She just had a son, but somebody's calling me, okay? The heezy. Anyway, she admitted that she's going back under the knife to get work done, get like a lipo, get her tits done, and get her assets done. And it's like, you just forgot about the gym, huh? You could pay a personal trainer, you could eat better, you know what I'm saying? You have resource to your disposal. You don't have to keep going under the knife, but they are in competition with each other. They're in competition to see how much attention they can get, what rappers or athletes will be interested. And it's crazy. The competition is ramping up to the point to where they're going under the knife repeatedly. I talked about the Queen Naija female. Y'all know her. She's a YouTuber, singer, whatever. She's going under the knife multiple times. I don't even think she's 25 yet. And she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one. But the competition is getting crazy. They have to compete with anybody. They have to compete with a lot of people. And it's to the point to where they feel like they have to go and do extra things in order to keep up the attention and validation that they can get, Shout out to everybody that said, what's going on, the good nurse? Yeah, but the competition is ramping up. Amber Rose is literally going to get multiple surgeries in order to keep herself Instagram ready. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a point to where it's almost a mental illness. I'm beginning to think it's a mental illness, because it's hard for anybody to go into surgery one time, but you're going under it multiple times. I'm sure that liposuction thing is not fun. Just from the videos I've seen of women getting lipo, I know that shit ain't fun. And I know that that's a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. But again, it's a mental illness. I believe it is a mental illness, people. I think these women need to get their priorities right. You have a man, and you still getting surgeries in order to look good for other men and other women. So they must love the pain. They get a whole bunch of tattoos and surgeries. I'm sure they do. They probably pain freaks, because a lot of these women have let me tell y'all something, man. You have a good amount of these women who've dealt with abuse. They dealt with abuse growing up. They've had nothing but physical abuse, mental abuse, and they take that and they get tattoos all over the place. They get surgeries. They are pain freak from all the abuse that they have suffered. This is why mentally they're just not fit to be single mothers. You have a good amount of these people like Amber Rose. Never in my life, if I had a kid with her, would I allow her to be by herself with my kid. And some of these other ones, because they go on the knife so easily, that lets you know that something is a little off. They have a screw loose. But because of all the abuse that they have dealt with and how much has happened to them, they inflict that pain on themselves to where they are pain freaks. And we are getting closer to a artificial intelligence lifestyle. Not lifestyle, but society. If you look at these movies, futuristic, people are like half robots. half humans. I think that's sooner rather than later, because most of these women are basically half human and half artificial with all this work done. You got athletes. They've had multiple surgeries. They have all types of metal in them, you know? This is why you will notice that women will want reduction in their, like, if they have their work done on their chest, or they get like a what do you call it? Not injections, but they get like implants. After a while, they want to get them removed because, one, it does physically affect them, but two, they're not getting the same attention anymore, and they know that they're putting undue pressure on their bodies. Putting undue pressure on their bodies, you know? So we are at a critical time to where this is why men and women just can't relate to each other. Men still have an old school mindset. Women do not. Women are living in the now. Women are about female empowerment. They're all about using their bodies to get what they want. Shout out to Vern. These thoughts want men's resource and validation. Yeah, but what about when the resources aren't there, i.e. Kimbella, when the resources is gone? What about when the resources is gone? What do you do then? You go back to what you know. You know, you go for what you know. Cousin went from an A cup to a D cup and still haven't gotten a man because her personality sucks. That's what it is, Valid. Just because you look good don't mean that you're going to get the men that you want. Because if a man is around you and he grows to not like you, especially your personality, he's not going to want anything to do with you. And you've done that to yourself. No man wants to be around a woman that's annoying, that's irritating. I don't care how good she looks. Because if a man done slept with you multiple times, he really doesn't lose anything by letting you go. Let me see something here. Yeah, keep liking the stream, fam. You know, we got people who don't like when I speak on certain things, because they're hurt people. You know, hurt people always trying to hurt other people. All right, I'm gonna get the phone lines revved up. Just give me a second. I don't know how long Joel's is in. I think he's on there for a couple of years. I don't think it's in that long. But she's not done a very good job so far. You know, Joel's might end up leaving her when he get out. He done found out financially she has not done anything. You know what's funny? People try to use the Gucci Man situation and say, you know, women be holding men down and, you know, she helped make his financial situation better. Yeah, because it's just him and her. They don't have no kids together. And she was in a situation where she was taking care of herself while Gucci was locked up. And she wasn't losing no house, getting kicked out, you know. He came to a situation that was stable. And he was able to make it better, you know. Gravity taking over. Gravity taking over some of these shits like Amber Rose. Like, Gravity is already taking a hold of her, but she ain't getting it. She still wants to get work done in order to still look a certain way. He's in for 2 years. Okay. But where Okay, D-Stroke, I see your message. Oh yeah, shout out to you. Yeah, hopefully y'all had a good Thanksgiving. I wanted to Kim Bella have a happy Thanksgiving. But I'm telling you, man, what is it? I want to know this. Like, what is it with these chicks trying to get bigger and bigger butts, and their legs are like really slim? They look like a P shaped, like the letter. They shaped like the letter P. You know, some of these chicks be shaped like the letter P, man. And they be getting them bigger and bigger, and I'm like, you know, do you really need all of that back there? But I guess, I don't know, maybe it's part of their quote unquote brand. I just think they want one of those Arab princes or a billionaire to see them and hit them up, you know? That's what that is. Or when them Africans, them rich Africans, because them rich Africans be flying them out too. That's who LaShawn McCoy's ex-girlfriend. She dating one of them rich African dudes, man. Who lives in Dubai, I believe. So phone lines open, man. No, they shaped like a lowercase p, not an uppercase p. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on? Hello?
Yo, what's good, Jay?
What's good, man?
Not much, man. I'm back, man. This Mike from New York, man.
What's
Pleasure
good?
to be on your show, man. A lot of these chicks don't understand that, you know, a lot of the shit that they do, there's a certain thing in life called karma or karma debt, and nobody could escape that. So all that shit that they're doing now, not having no accountability and just doing all kinds of shit, all kinds of surgeries and not having accountability for the stuff that they do, always looking for the next man with the next ride and, you know, just milking off of other people's stuff, eventually all of that stuff comes back to them. Yeah. Like, you know, even though they could be in one position to get money from off of one dude and try to stick with him and be through him through his worst and his good times, then maybe something good will come about it because you stuck with that person to the end, not just on some when it suits you. So she could bounce off with the next dude, but that karma might be is if she's off with the next dude, if she hits that wall, you know, things don't start to look as good as they do, and that man is up and he already got his shit going on, he gonna dip off. He gonna be like, I'm sorry, ma, I need to go with the next new model. I can't fuck with you right now. Or your shit is looking kind of worn out, you know. Yeah. The hole ain't tight no more. You ain't getting love tenderly. You ain't sucking as tight. You know, you ain't humping or whatever. So he's like, yo, I'm off to the next chick. She's got it going on right now. So I'm going to be off for her. And, you know, eventually when she went to that next dude or try to come back, she can't come back. So, of course, she's trying to keep up a sexual market value, just like how you had mentioned before, when a lot of these chicks, they try to go back and do the surgery and compete with one another, not realizing that at any time, going under the knife, they could lose an arm, they could lose a titty, you know what I'm saying? Their ass cheeks could really be all deformed. Then what you going to do then? You already destroyed yourself. And a lot of that comes from the mental abuse, that I'm not thinking I'm pretty enough, when they would have just stayed in their natural form and did what they were supposed to do and stayed in their lane and have respect onto men and more, furthermore, believing in God and the Most High, that they know they're not supposed to do that to themselves, then maybe they'll learn. But for people like that, man, I just steer clear out the way, because this shit is, it's going to hell where gasoline draws on and the gasoline-covered match. And as soon as they light it up, anything that's in its path will be set ablaze, bro. It's disgusting. Yeah. I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, like I said, you know, I think that it's, you know, to me, any woman who's going on the knife multiple times have a mental illness. and I think they are
Yeah.
controlled by how much money they can get, how much resource they can sap from these guys. You know, they see dollar signs
Right.
when they see these guys, and they're willing to cut themselves up in order to get it.
But here's the thing, though, I've been thinking about too. Now, as far as the mental, from a mental aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
I notice a lot of things that since a majority of them like to be in the know and like to trend off of certain things, like you said, a mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also because of lack of leadership, good leadership, positive role models that are supposed to, tell them. And I think it begins from the home to tell that woman to, hey, look, this is what you got to do. This is what you want, good things in life. You got to work for it instead of following all of those that are trying to go the easy route out, because that's a lot of risks with no benefits. Yeah. You're trying to play solo, but then when you crash and burn on that flight, trying to take off without going at it the proper way, and at least having some kind of plan B and plan C. The only plan B and plan C is let me try to reinvent myself. It doesn't work that way. Eventually, after playing that game for so long, they end up sat in the bleachers with nothing to show for it. And that's where it shows with Santana's girl. She took all of that money and wasted that. Now, suppose that surgeon ain't even a real surgeon, and she's so busy following everybody else and what everybody else is saying, what everybody else is doing. They're not showing you the end results of that or what could become of that. They're so busy following, and eventually after playing with fire for so long, they get what they deserve. I think it's honestly a real big deal between the lack of leadership. But then you also get mothers like what's that chick that was dating one of the Kardashian dudes? China, Black China. Black China, the Black China's mother, the chick that was dating one of the Kardashian sons.
Yeah, you talking about Black China, right?
Yeah, you see how she was over here dealing with him, and then eventually he started cutting her off financially. Yeah. And what she do? She went back to the next woman, but you see her mother teaching the daughter that. So aside from that, you got to watch these people or how they were raised. And if you know that they were raised a certain way, and it's going to cause a hindrance towards your progression in life, leave. Don't even fuck with them.
Yeah, I agree. All right, bro. I'm gonna get some more of these callers, man. But I appreciate the call, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Shout out to Mike to call. Bella Michelle says she bought her daughter a JDB shirt. Well, thank you. I appreciate you supporting and buying the shirt, Bella. Shout out to you, man. Bought her daughter a shirt. Love hearing that. All right, now the phone number. The phone numbers. Let me see. Put it back in the chat. Your call line. All right. You live with Jada Black. What's up?
What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. What's up?
Nothing much. Yeah, I just wanted to, speak on that. A lot of these people, within that hip hop culture, that are promoting, the fake body parts, the plastic hips, and these monstrosities, really doing what looks to me is a monstrosity, to do that to yourself. Nas, matter of fact, Nas had a song, I think it was called like The Poison, where it talked about how the music and the images you see in these magazines and these different things it's mental poison. It's put a lot of mental poison into the masses of the people's minds, because a lot of these women, like these, especially like black celebrities, or people that's affiliated with the hip hop culture society are going back and doing these things, and it's like it's no growth. It's like these people are stuck in their not childhood, but in their adolescence. Like before, like when I looked at a picture of my great grandmother, and my OG was telling me like, well, and she looked like an older woman. Like the way she was carrying herself, she might have been in her 60s. But my OG was like, no, she was in her 40s in that picture. And she said, but at that time, when you turned a certain age, you let a lot of your stuff go in your adolescence.
Right.
So, a lot of these people, they're stuck. That's why I kind of like the Muslims in their world, where they women is covered up. So there is no looking at a mainstream feature, something that could come in mainstream, and now everybody is running out to go and get, a butt or fake hips and all these type of things. You know what I mean? Because you're covered up. You really do look at a woman more for her personality and mind than bought body parts. You know, and it's crazy the evolution that this went over. Like even if you look at like a black magazine from the 80s, or the 70s, it's like you look at them like, damn, these look like real black people. And you look at a black magazine now, and it's like a whole bunch of dark Europeans. It's crazy the downgrade, in the culture has went through. Because to go and do all these things, like these people, they go and do all these things, and it's a monstrosity. To do that to your body, to cut yourself up like that. And they making that look attractive, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, as opposed to going to the gym, or as opposed to just accepting your age and realizing, that the age and wisdom, that comes with that. It's like the married women want to be hoes. It's so backwards. This side, but that's all I want to add.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, shout out to the brother for calling in. What I was gonna say is like, there are a lot of married women who want to be single. They want to act single. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like to me. They want to be single. They want to be like single women because their marriage is pretty much become an arrangement. Some of these marriages become an arrangement where neither one wants to get a divorce, but they'll stick around with each other for the sake of maybe the kids, or maybe they just financially it's a good situation. You know what I'm saying? So you do have those situations. I mean, hell, look on YouTube. Look how many married women you got on YouTube. What's going on, Naima? All right, let's get a few more phone calls. The reason why I don't really say much when people call in, because I want them to be able to speak their piece. I don't want to be talking over people, but I want nobody talking over me. I want people to say their piece, and I, chime in when need be. But the phone lines is open. Keep open for a little while. Take a few phone calls. I took yesterday off. Yeah, that's why I tell people, man, just leave relationships if you know you're going to be unhappy, man. I would never want to be with somebody that makes me unhappy, unless I'm willing to work out the issues. But if the issues can't be worked out, then you might as well just leave. If those situations can't work itself out. Now, I'm not a fan of hopping into different relationships. I think that you should stand your ground, but sometimes it can be a point to where it's a hindrance on your on your happiness. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on? Yo, what's up?
Yo, what up? What up?
What's good, man?
What's good, Jay? What's going on?
Not much, man.
Watching the live, just thought I'd call in and
All right.
talk for a sec.
Okay.
As far as with the women with the surgeries, I mean, honestly, it's like, to me, it's like to each his own, although I'm not really a fan of it. But I think a lot of chicks, they don't understand, like, a lot of that stuff that they're doing, a lot of that, it came from, like, the drag queen community. Like, how they wear their hair, the eyebrows, the surgery. Like, it came from men wanting to transform themselves into women.
Yeah, I know they get a lot of their. I know they get a lot of their vernacular, like the words that they say. They get it from the gay men, and
yeah. And I'm also keeping, like, because I know you talk a lot about the red pill stuff, and a lot of women right now, they're afraid of that because a lot of men are waking up and understanding that, yeah, like, women, they're not really on the unconditional love tip. It's more of, really, it's like what they call it, process of selecting. They're going for the biggest deal they can get, best deal they can get.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really looking for the quality of a man rather than one that can support their lifestyle.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's why those relationships tend to fall apart, because that's what they're looking for. And if a man catches on to that, he may like get out that relationship, and she may feel bitter about it, you know.
Yeah, that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see a lot of brothers out here that they kind of push that stereotype where even them, like, they share the same type of things, or they supporting their lifestyle and they cool with it. That makes it hard for other cats who really just hit them with the real, like, nah, I'm not really with that.
Mm-hmm.
I just really want to, you know what I'm saying, be single. Like, we could be cool, we could chill, whatever, but nothing serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those type of cats, they don't understand how hard it makes it for those who are on that red pill thing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because they make it easier for them to not want to change, you know, to want to continue on the path of what they're doing. And other guys, like, if guys aren't with, you know, spending money on them and funding their lifestyle, you know, it does make it difficult. That's why you have principle. You got guys who are more principled than others, you know.
Yeah, that you ain't never lied with that one. Because some cats, like I do people, they can't turn nothing down. They can get it, they with it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I always learn anything that comes too easy, it ain't worth having.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But yeah, I ain't finna take up too much of your time, man. Appreciate what you do.
Cool.
Keep doing what you do.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate the call, bro. All right.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to the brother with the call. Phone lines are open. Take a couple more calls. Why not? It's Friday. I will say this though. One thing about holidays, especially close to the weekend, you know, you kind of get caught up into it's a holiday weekend and you not want to do much of anything. You know? Unless you got to work that next day. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's up, OG? You already know who it is. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. How are you?
Man, you already know what I'm about to say, man.
Okay.
Check this out.
All right.
So, this is what I'm gonna need black people to do. You ever notice in our community? I can't speak for no other people or whatever. In our community,
mm-hmm.
the niggas with no money try to look the best.
Mm-hmm.
We so focused on trying to look good that we don't actually have nothing. I'm gonna tell you this quote. I had it's this dude, I forgot his name. I follow him on Instagram. He one of my entrepreneur cats or whatever. Mm-hmm. He said the richest people live the brokest. Now, with this situation right here, mm-hmm. you niggas is blowing through money, bro, on clothes, on property, whatever y'all spending, y'all wasting their money on, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't understand, y'all did all that, and at the end of the day, have nothing to show for it. How stupid was that? And
very stupid. Very
this
stupid.
is my. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'll spend $2,000 on some clothes," I could have spent it on some property.
Mm-hmm.
Why? This is something I never understood, bro. Why do niggas spend money to impress? Can you answer that for me? I never understood that.
You say why my niggas do what?
Why do black people feel the need to spend money to impress people that don't even?
Oh, it's because I think that's something that's been ingrained in us since we were kids. Like, we would always have to look and dress like everybody else. If they were wearing this new pair of Jays, we had to do that. I think that's kind of been ingrained in us since we were kids. So social media only heightens that. So you feel like you have to show what you have, what you make. You know, you got to spend it. And
then I'm going to say one more thing before I head up out here.
Mm-hmm.
Now check this out. I was on Instagram. I started talking to this. She a little IG model. She ain't famous, and she got like 4,000 followers. But check this out.
Mm-hmm.
She was liking a whole bunch of my little shit because I'm from St. Louis, so this might sound stupid to you. I've been wearing Tim's like in the summertime.
Okay.
It's just a St. Louis thing.
Okay.
But she was commenting under my picture. We started talking or whatever. Right now, check this out. She say she ain't got no boyfriend. I'm I don't trust none of that know it. But she was telling me, I'm only gonna mess you if you got this and this. So I'm in my head like, bitch, you crazy. So I ain't say nothing. So like a week later, she posted this fat, out of shape ass, sloth looking ass dude. I'm just thinking like, so if you were a so-called fake street dude, you don't have to have money. You ain't got to have looks. You ain't got to have nothing. You just, cause you what niggas be saying about their life. You just can skip all them criteria.
Yeah.
Like they only put them kind of stipulations on dudes that they feel like, oh, this nigga have potential. I can do something with him. Let me try to use him. And then the nigga so stupid they feed into that. That's all I wanted to say though.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
All right, OG.
All right, cool. All right. Calls coming in. All right. You live with Jada Black. What's going on?
What's up, Jay? It's your boy Shy, man. Red Pill football team.
What's good, Shaw?
Man, this is another cold day out here in Oakland, California, man. It's like 40 degrees.
Okay. It's about similar.
Yeah, man, I want to touch on the whole Kimbella and Love and Hip Hop thing, man.
Right. It's
kind of funny, man. I'm kind of seeing how they moving. Like, I was thinking about Sin Santana and a few other Love and Hip Hop chicks. And that's why I think Sin Santana and Joe Budden about to hook back up, because she's like, at least Joe Budden ain't out there getting in jail and stuff. He actually out here really trying to work and maintain the whole storyline.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Joel's, man. That dude, him and Cameron, man, those dudes were the mans back in the day, man, out in Harlem, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah, man. Everybody wanted them jackets they used to rock in the videos. They want to dress like them,
Man, like the jerseys, when Cam came out with the pink fur, man, he brought pink back in style since the 70s, bro.
Yeah, man. Had grown men wearing pink.
Yeah, but Harlem, in a way, them Harlem dudes always kept things in style. But yeah, man, the whole surgery thing, one of the callers before made a good point about they got it from the drag queen era. It's funny because I was actually going to mention that the whole with the makeup and the certain implants and proportions. That's kind of what they got from their doctors, and so it's all one big referral. And these ladies better be careful because you can be RIP if you're not careful. Like, look what happened to Kanye West's mom.
Yeah, it's going under the knife. It's not always a guarantee things will go smoothly in those situations.
Man, like Amber Rose and Kimbella and see the Kim Kardashian and them. These guys, they got the exclusive doctors. They got the insurance and the type of doctors that are more upper echelon. The rest of them are kind of going to like they're good doctors, but it's not really all that covered. Like how the elites get it.
Yeah, they got some good doctors. I think some of these chicks be going to the same doctors that don't do as good a work, but that could be,
Yeah, that's how I feel about it, man. Hey, our Panthers and our Raiders, man, we both 6-5, man. I hope we can make the playoffs, though, bro.
I don't know. The defense has gotten worse since the year's gone on, but we'll see.
Yeah, and Atlanta, the way they laid an egg yesterday, man, that was so disappointing, man. How you let the Saints beat you?
Look at their record. That speaks for itself. Their record speaks for itself. Atlanta's terrible this year.
Well, I know Jason Whitlock was talking about Cam staying in Carolina, so we'll see what happens, bro.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
But yeah, man, I'll drive the bus, man. So I'm about to go pick up my bus in a second.
All
hey,
right.
I just wanted to ask you, man, like, whatever happened to that troll? What's her name? Pro Black Queen or whatever her name was, the one trying to troll.
Who?
I wish I had found out, bro. I would have let her have it, bro.
Oh man, that was just a troll, man. That was a troll.
I can't believe she really tried. She tried that, bro, trying to overtalk you and You can tell.
I mean,
you can tell she one of those, McGilla Gorilla type chick talking about.
Hey, man,
she'll pull no white dudes.
Yeah, they get no promotion on the show. But I appreciate the call, though, Shy. All right.
All right, no problem, bro. I'll let you go. Peace.
Peace. Shout out to Shy with the call. All right. What's going on? You live?
What's up, Jay?
What's good, man?
Hey, I like the comment that you said about the Instagram where they did something different with the likes.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because of the red pill content is changing the game?
I don't know. Even though the guy that runs it it has a guy that's running it. I just think that they see the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. They know some of these women are basically going further and further than they need to. Like they're going to great lengths to get likes. Like they're damn near nude in their photos and videos, and they're like, man, we can't have this becoming Pornhub, so we need to change or something, And I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I just real quick, two more quick comments. We gotta protect ourselves at all times. Like it's free. It's free condoms at the clinic, man. We gotta get rid of all the sides, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't. Because a real man know how to deal with a real woman, and Jesus never went through this, I'm pretty sure it's a Bible verse where Jesus was dealing with the woman at the well, right? And she was thirsty for Jesus, right? And everybody noticed that read the Bible. And Jesus is like, man, I can't deal with you. You had 5 husbands. You know what I mean? So that basically, it made me think that Jesus was more red-pilled than everybody, But I appreciate you, Jay, and I made sure that I liked the stream.
Cool, man. Thanks for liking it. All right.
Have a good day.
All right, you too, man. All right, appreciate that. Shout out to him for calling in. This person calling in. All right, you're live with Jay the Black. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going on, man?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you, man?
Yeah, I just like the topic that you are talking about so far.
Cool.
I just want
Thank
to share a few things.
All right.
Well, piggyback to what you said about, I just want to give 3 things about the topic.
Mm-hmm.
When I see love and hip hop, I just feel like a lot of young women, like with that are beautiful women. We have, me and you, of course, and everybody else have some arguments about that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them have a lot of low self-esteem, and they've been abused.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that same pattern, like just from each woman on Love and Hip Hop. Not really all of them, but majority of them. They don't either. They may have had bad parenting.
Yeah.
They came from a single parent household where they have not had a good relationship with their mother, or they may have offended them and they went from foster care to foster care. And I'm hurt behind that because this is our generation, you know what I'm saying? This is our new generation. We're seeing that pattern going on over and over again by our black women. And somebody has to wrap them in their arms and say that they matter.
Yeah. They need love. Because they never had it. A lot of these girls never had love,
I mean, I just wish it was somebody that, that's an older figure, that's an elderly figure that can love on these younger women, that can tell them that they don't matter. They don't have to get plastic surgery and all those liposuctions and butt transplants and all that stuff that they be doing where they cut you up and it's ridiculous, man. And when it comes down to it, you can go to the gym and you get the same type of results. I agree. I totally agree with that because I have a personal trainer that's in our community. There's a personal trainer that's in our community. I stay in Michigan, Ypsilanti, Michigan, and his name is Nate Griffin.
Okay.
And he does personal training, and majority people that goes to his gym are women. And they go to that gym. You'd be surprised. You get the same type of results going to his gym that you would get when you go get that plastic surgery. The only difference is you're doing it naturally and you're not putting your body at risk.
Right. Yeah.
So I totally agree with what you said. What all these other people are saying. You know, this is so true. And I mean, you just don't want to put yourself in that situation. When I think about what people learn just from what happened with Tay Michelle, this woman almost couldn't breathe on stage.
Yeah, and you know, if somebody brought up 2 points in the chat, Joselina says you can't get the same results in the gym as if you don't have the same body shape.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I've seen some girls, man, before and after pictures. They got a little bit more, you know, roundness by just being in the gym and not getting work done. You know, could be genetics. You know,
it could be genetics, and I totally agree because everybody's body is made differently. But at the end of the day, it's really about getting that natural shape. You know, I mean, of course, everybody wants that. I know the woman wants to, you know, a certain tone on their body, but at the end of the day, you don't have to go through all that to get attention from people. You know, people you will never even know their name and never know who they are. Especially on the IG. You know, it's just that stuff is ridiculous, man. And when it comes down to it, you'll find somebody that everybody got somebody that loves them for them. But when it comes, but if you want to, I'm all for the self-improvement. I'm all for that.
Yeah, me too, bro.
You know, yeah, because as alpha males, we always preach about, you know, the self-improvement.
Yeah, we do.
Becoming better with our bodies, becoming better, you know, improving our bodies, and improving our health, improving our income. Yeah. But it's how you go about it. It's a smart way to go about it. You don't have to chase after rappers. You don't have to chase after fame. You can do there's other routes to take behind you.
Yeah. All right, bro. Me, yeah, I got to get to some more calls, man. I got to get to some more calls, man. But I appreciate the call, all right?
Okay, so thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
Cool, man. Good call, man. All right. Shout out to you.
Right, bless you.
Bless you too, man. All right. The phone line is back open again. Let's see the super chats real quick. Let's see. We have Bella Michelle. Says, showing support. I'm teaching my children your message. Thank you, Bella Michelle. Hopefully it works out for you. Shout out to Dollar Washer. Marco Grande hoes are like spark plugs. Gotta replace them. Rose Scholar says, loving hip hop, the CNN of the hood. Shout out to Mrs. Salgado with a super chat. And then we had Rogue Scholar again saying they've never had love, but I bet they've had their back blown out. That's from the one and only Rogue Scholar. You live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Just wanted to touch on the topic.
All right.
Definitely agree with points that the past callers have been making. But one thing, I don't think, regardless of what anybody says, this trend of plastic surgery and makeup and all that, it's not going to stop. I think it's going to take literally a couple of generations, I think, for women to actually start to really improve on themselves. Because the generations now, they go and get surgeries because they're too lazy to go to the gym. They're too lazy to do research about nutrition and diet. And even when they go and get the surgeries, they're not changing their diet and their habits and stuff. And so they go and fix their bodies. That's a temporary thing. And then 5, 10, 15 years later, things are sagging again, and even worse. It's just like with the makeup. Yeah. All these makeup tutorials online. I mean, young girls, middle school, high school, they're watching these things on a daily basis. And they're putting all this makeup on their face, and they don't realize that all this makeup, I don't care if it's natural or whatever it is, you're putting the stuff on your face that's going to age you sooner than you would by just, not wearing makeup at all. And so women, as empowered as they feel they are, they really still continue, even after surgery, I feel, and no matter how beautiful they dress themselves up, have continued to have very low self-esteem, and so they will continue to do this. And so I think that, and on top of the fact that they are watching these shows like Love and Hip Hop and things where, these people who are on the shows, they're full of makeup and plastic surgery and very superficial. And this is what they're looking at. And nobody's teaching our kids any different. So, like I always say, it's always on the parents or, people who come in contact with kids that are able to kick some knowledge to them and tell them the truth, about what the harm that these surgeries can actually do, to people.
Yeah, just look at K. Michelle. She's a perfect example of that. Like, it affected her health, I think, with others as well,
Absolutely, it affects her health. And again, it's like, you waste your money on these surgeries, and it's like, well, why don't you invest in a gym membership? Why don't you invest in taking some classes about nutrition or how to cook, which a lot of women especially don't know how to do. Women don't cook nowadays. They order out, or they depend on some guy to, buy them food or, take them out or stuff. So I think a majority of the women of this generation is pretty lost when it comes to, taking care of themselves, what it actually means to be a woman and to respect themselves. And so, I think everybody has to just take it upon themselves to do better. Like you said, lead by example, and somebody else will say, hey, what you doing? Oh, this is what I do, and blah, 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 and encourage each other. But, it's hard for black women especially to encourage each other because it seems like black women hate each other. So they're all just competing on who's got the bigger ass and, who's got more likes.
Yeah.
Sorry to say.
Yeah. So. Thank you for the call. I want to get some more calls, but you had a good call. Okay, what's your name again?
Ness.
Ness, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the call. That was a good call. All right. Appreciate it. First lady to call in. All right. You too. All right. Shout out to her with the call, man. Sometimes you got to have the ladies come on here and really speak to these women, man, because they don't want to listen to us. They don't want to listen to us. They think we just hate women. No, I think other women see through what's going on too. A lot of them just don't really want to tell you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to hurt your feelings. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Yo, what's happening, man?
What's happening?
No,
man?
I had to call.
Oh yeah, what's going on, man?
And just chilling, eating this good leftovers, man.
Okay.
Having to log in and
all right.
see your live stream, man. And I'm not even really particularly sure why Joel's even took that further than, my slogan, pump and dump. You feel me? Like, you went and got the broad pregnant, and then you married her after all those years of waiting, of her waiting. Just because I feel like he just did that just because, it looks good on him when he's, away in prison or whatever. That's crazy. Like, this bitch, excuse me, I'm trying to stop cursing so
Me
much,
too,
man.
man.
But, this woman really waited until this dude lost his teeth, lost his career, lost his freedom for marriage, and that I never understood that. But she gonna be gone as soon as that account hits zero and you start having to file for bankruptcy and all this other stuff, which it looks like it's gonna happen because you said he lost the condo and the
and the
mansion.
house, and the mansion.
Yeah, so she probably thinking of some way to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? She might hope go back to her old life and of being a rapper escort. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Girls like that, those type of girls, man. You never nothing about them says wife, mother, home life, stability. Nothing about girls like Kimbella says those things. Well, it doesn't say it to me, but these rappers, they just really just grade A simps. You know what I'm saying? And when you have a daddy in your life, or you have a strong male role model in your life, you typically don't go for women like that, and you don't try to make a housewife out of a hoe. You know what I'm saying? But I remember you were speaking on the Instagram thing with them getting rid of likes and stuff, and and you talking about the women getting surgeries. It's just one thing I've noticed, like in my 29 years of being on Earth, is there's no difference between a 15-year-old woman and a 35-year-old woman. The only difference is the mileage on their vagina. Like these girls, like I see it all the time. I see women that that I used to like, actresses or singers and stuff I used to listen to and watch back in the 90s, early 2000s. They competing with these younger broads, getting the surgeries and stuff. And then what's crazy, they get the surgeries and then turn around and take all their videos in the gym like they earned that body. And I'm just like, Amber Rose, like you said something about Amber Rose, like. Last time I checked, the Planet Fitness account only costs $10 a month. All right, get your ass in the gym. Quit being so lazy. Trying to pay your way to looking good and stuff. I mean, it's all gonna sag and look crazy anyway. You get older, but but like I was saying, the original point, like there's no difference between a 15-year-old woman and a 35-year-old woman. And you just look on Instagram, man. You see all the the older women. Like you got Ashanti, she out here twerking and doing all this extra stuff. She wasn't doing all that when we was younger. She was just singing and going by her business. She wasn't showing off her body like that. But because of all the Meg Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj's, they got to her. And she figured, well, I got to do this to stay relevant. So now her old ass is over there twerking and doing all that stuff. It's like, you 40 plus years old. Like, what's the point of doing that this late in your career? Right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, she got to stay relevant. But there really ain't no difference between those type of women. It's just the the mileage on their vagina. They still petty, still childish, still. Just on that same old BS they was when they was in high school. And you see it all the time. They perpetuate that on social media with the cattiness and, trying to one-up people and stuff like that. As you get older, you just realize that some people just going to be miserable forever. They're never going to get the diagnosis that they really need because they're mentally ill. They're never going to get the help that they want because they just want to just be miserable and just be because it's easy. It's easy to be miserable, but it's hard to actually do something different to change yourself, change your lifestyle and be better. You know what I'm saying? That shit's hard. But some people just want to just be in that black hole forever, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I want to ask you something real quick. Yeah, I want to ask you one more thing for you let go. They want to know why you use 15 as a reference towards like womanhood period from like there's some people that didn't think too kindly.
I mean, like what I mean is like mentally, like they still like they still are on the same mentality as a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like it seems like you said too, bro. I've noticed too, like, you know, like you said that when women when they start having kids, like early in life, whatever age they had that kid, they stay that age. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and it's like that even if they don't have a baby. In some cases, you know, what they trying to say? They trying to say I'm a pedophile or something?
No, they just the people. Well, one person put it in there. I'm not gonna put nobody out there, but another person wanted to wonder why you use 15, man. That's
well, I mean, not just a young age. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, I wasn't trying to say that age exactly. I'm just saying just like a teenage mindset. You get what I'm saying, man? Like, you know, just you know, from a teenage mindset, you know, they still be on
I think they understand
you. Remember the movie Mean? You remember the movie Mean Girls, right? You seen that? I know you have.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, just the way those girls acted in that movie, that's how girls act. They take that same attitude into the workplace. You know what I'm saying? Like corporate America ain't nothing but high school 2.0. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I think they get what you're saying. But yeah, man, let me get to some more of these callers. But I appreciate you calling in, though, man.
All right, no problem, man. Red pill all day.
Red pill all day, man. Shout out to you, man. All right. Oh, fuck. All right. I'm going to take one more caller. Right. I think y'all understood what he was saying. But, you know, some people's minds will go south. You know. But I think majority of people here understood what he was saying. I'm going to take one more caller, man. That'll be about it, man. All right. Shout out to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream, too. All right. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, Dad. How are you?
Hey, what's going on? What's your name?
My name is Tony. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, let's see if you can get the volume up just a little bit. All right.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I have on these little headset thingies. But anyway, I've been in your chat. Okay.
Okay, what's your name in the chat?
Destination Motivation.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen some of your activity. What's going on? What's going on with you?
You know, I think that if we are really going to be serious about it, then we need to be serious about addressing the issue instead of constantly engaging in like this blame game or this back and forth thing. I know that some of the guys think that I'm blaming men for the reality that we're all living in right now, but I'm really not blaming men. What I'm saying is that you have a role in it, and you do. Social media presence, social media pressure, societal pressure, all of that drives the women to make the decisions and the choices that we are making. And sure, these are grown women. These are women that are responsible for their own actions and yada, yada, yada. But the reason why I decided to call in Jaye, okay, the way the black man idolizes the big booty, okay?
Well, we can't say all. We can't say all.
I'm not gonna say all, but I'm gonna say majority wise. I'm gonna say the perception is. I'm gonna say that the stereotype or whatever word you want to use is that black men appreciate a woman with curves, especially a woman with a curvy butt, a big butt, a round butt, or whatever. And don't deny that. And that's the thing. I think that y'all living.
Real. Wait a minute. If it's real, not fake, not bought by some doctor in Miami.
No, because you guys do idolize and promote the fake butt. You guys do it.
I don't know about promotion. I think they promote themselves. I think they promote themselves.
No, if you support it, if they put a picture out there and none of you guys supported it, if they put a picture out there and none of you guys referenced it, and
okay, I got a good comment. There's a good comment in the chat room. Ness says, so because I guess a woman has a big ass is idolized, you have to get one too?
No, what I'm saying is that a woman who doesn't have any butt, let's talk about a woman who doesn't have any butt at all.
Okay.
A woman who is just like flat, a regular black woman like your sister, your mother, but she got a flat pancake booty.
Okay.
Okay. And she has the self-esteem. She understands that God made her the way that she is or whatever. But she would appreciate being more attractive and more socially accepted, too, from the way that y'all go on and on and on about a booty. So
but hold up. But okay, so you're going to go get surgery because of that? You're going to go, like, fuck up your body because of that?
That could be her only resort.
Oh, come on, man. There are men out there that love the thin women. The guys out there love the thin women.
Well, what if she one of those bad built women that y'all talk about in the memes?
Those what? Listen, Instagram models are not regular women.
Those bigger girls with a big old body but no booty. The same girl that y'all be laughing at.
Well, them big old girls be having egos too.
They'll never have a man. Hold on, Jay. Making this.
Oh no! All right, listen. Calm down. Okay, hold on. Calm down. Listen, we can't just talk over each other. We can't talk over each other. Okay? You gotta listen to me. You gotta take direction from me. Okay? All right. That's the only way this conversation is gonna be able to flow. I don't have a whole bunch of time to have you on here. But you can't called in. You had a point you want to make, right? And I'm trying to answer it.
Yeah, but I want you to be honest and acknowledge it. You deflected.
No, I'm not deflecting anything. I said yes, there are guys who like big butts, but they're not like idolizing as if they're building statues or they're walking around with t-shirts. They're like, I have to have a woman with a big ass. Because most of these guys don't have a woman with a big ass. I'm just letting you know that. Most of the dudes I've seen today, they not with chicks with big asses. They're just regular plain Jane type chicks. Some of them may be a little more curvy than others. I've seen dudes with very big chicks. Okay?
Right, but they have something though, right?
Okay, what is your body type? What is your body type?
I'm a curvy woman. I have something up top. I have something on the bottom. I'm fine with the way that I look, but what I'm saying is that women who don't have a shape.
Well, you good then, right? You getting attention. You getting attention, so you good, right? Okay, why you worrying about those women? Why you worrying about those women, man?
Because I'm worried about those women because I like listening to your show and I like listening to a lot of stuff on YouTube. But like, the thing is that I'm worried about those women because we constantly have conversations about those women.
What conversation? They can't get the man that they want. Is that the conversation y'all having?
No, y'all have conversations about those women in so many different ways. Like I was just saying before, like you calmed everything down, and I apologize because I was getting a little, escalated or elevated or whatever. Because it's somebody in the comments.
Hey, don't worry about them. Focus on me. Focus on me. Hey, focus on me.
I'm not able to read them right now.
No, don't worry about the comments. I'm the only one that matters. The comment section don't matter. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So what I was saying is that you guys make it seem like these women are perpetually unattractive. Like they will never have a man to truly love them because of how they look. And because of their shape or even their curve, their color or their height or the kind of hair that they have. It could be so many different things that women have insecurities over that come from how men are functioning in this society. And like I'm saying in this conversation, you guys refuse to accept responsibility for that. And the only way that things can improve, things can be better on both sides to where you guys don't need to have these conversations about those
Well, we can have these conversations all day, but I don't have enough time.
Okay, but can I just finish my sentence?
Well, you've been on for a while. But go ahead.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
All right.
The only way things can get better is if men acknowledge their role in it and do the work necessary to reverse that. The same way women are constantly called and compelled to do the work necessary to teach themselves or allow themselves to make better decisions and choices. And men have to do the same thing. And realize that a lot of the things that you guys are saying and doing and promoting is the reason why our society is the way it is today. And we all have to live in that society and suffer from that.
Well, I'm gonna say this, okay?
Thank you for your time.
All right, I'm gonna say this: accountability do need to be had, but you can't point the finger at other people all the time. I don't point the finger at women all the time. I'm constantly holding men accountable, but I can't sit here and speak for them. Like, listen, if a woman don't want to date a guy who's big, do you think I'm gonna go around speaking for those men, saying those men should have a chance? No, those men know what they have to do to get those women attention. And they not going to get no surgery. But I got to go to some more callers, okay? But thank you for calling in. All right. Okay?
All right. Bye.
Bye. Shout out to her for calling in. All right. Hold on. All right. Now, the 3-1 number, you've been calling in. I'm going to let you call in. I said I wouldn't take no more phone calls, but I'm going to take your call because you've been calling in for a while. So you call back in, I'll let you on. But like I said, man, I don't, honestly though, we as men, we are visual. If women have a big ass, of course, we're going to look at it. We, some of us may like the pictures, but we don't put it on a pedestal like that. This is my thing. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, Jay, this is Chris calling out of that town, man. And
what's going on, man?
I'm doing all right. And I be rocking with you, man, but your last caller did make a lot of sense, man. Because, like, she right, man, because, like, I had this girl, and she was straight and everything, a little bit big and everything, but she had that pancake booty, man. And you know what? I couldn't do it, man. I messed up. Because, I was faithful to her and everything, but then I go decide I'm going to get us some burritos out of Qdoba, man. And I go to Qdoba, man, and this girl working behind the counter looked like she got a trampoline in her back pocket, bro. It messed my mind up. I had to go home and tell her. I was like, hey, she probably could have talked me down. But, man, that booty dude, that's for the brother mine, man. We gotta be honest about that, man.
Yeah, listen, I've said it myself. I've seen guys in these comment sections bigging these women up, being flirtatious with these women, talking about they want to marry these women. I've never said that behavior doesn't exist, but in reality, okay, there are women who can, let's just be real, bro. Women just can't take rejection. And if they see men paying attention to these other women more, they're going to get in their feelings and emotions about it. And I think that's what's going on. They're getting in their feelings and emotions because they're not getting the same amount of attention. Well, you just can't get the same amount of attention. You just don't look the way that girl looks. The same could be said for men because women are visual too. They will look at a man because of his looks first before his personality, before you find out that he's crazy. The stuff goes on.
Right. And I'll add this to what you're saying, man. I think women psychologically, they like the dudes that don't like them. You know what I'm saying? They like dudes that they want to get dudes that don't like them for some reason, man. It's like you got all these guys that love a flat booty, but that one guy that say, nah, I don't like that, they're worried about appeasing him and trying to do stuff to appease him. I think some of it is psychologically on them wanting to be the perfect woman, And a lot of these older girls, I think they do the plastic surgery because age is catching up with them. They used to going in there and walking in the room and heads is spinning. But when that age started to catch up with them, they be like, dang, I got to do something to get an advantage. These young girls coming up. So let me go on and get surgery. And I also believe that a lot of it comes down to the paymasters, man, because they'll get these girls like a Nicki Minaj or a Kim Kardashian. They'll get a butt implant, and then they'll start giving them more opportunities to make money. So now the girls that's And the reason they do that is because they're in control of the industry as well. So, like, that'll help Sally, the average girl next door. She'd be like, dang, I want to do that too. But now they getting paid. Now the paymasters is getting paid because of, more people wanting to get these surgeries. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man, but we gotta, we kind of gotta own that, man. We do get booty crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. My dude the other day, he want to holler at this chick. He trying to get at her. He taking his time and shit, and she got a fat old ass. And I had to tell her, he was like, man, I want to be with her and all this shit. And I was like, bro, you don't even want that kind of smoke, man. Because if you take her out, they ain't gonna know how to act when they see it. Because mama got a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, damn, look at that fat ass.
But that's the thing, like, what I want to know is why would other women want that type of attention, though? That's what I don't want. Why would you want those type of men around you like that if you know they're only around you because of the size of your ass?
Well, dudes, we tend to deal in currency and common sense, but women, they tend to deal with attention, man. They like that shit a lot, man. That's why you watch a lot of movies, player books, or whatever. They be like, man, just ignore her. You know what I'm saying? If you want her, ignore her. You know what I'm saying? Or be a jerk. Be a jerk to her and show that you don't want her, and then she'll come to you then. And that's just crazy that we got to do that kind of stuff in order to get with these women. But that's who they are, man. That's what they like. They love attention, man.
Okay.
And that's why you got the average girl. I ain't even all that, but she gonna post 20 selfies on an average day. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you're not getting paid to do this. Why are you doing this? And the average girl sets thirst traps, man. They need attention. Like guys need money, or like guys need food, man. It's just that's who they are. That's part of having a vagina or something, man.
All right, bro. Hey, I'm gonna have to go ahead and end the call right now, man, because I gotta go. But thank you for calling in, though. All right.
Appreciate you, bro. Keep up the good work.
All right, you too, man. Appreciate it. Support calling in. All right, brothers calling in most of the time. But yeah, man. About to go ahead and wrap the stream up now. I got some stuff I gotta do, but shout out to everybody for tuning in, all the super chatters, the callers. I like hearing different perspectives. I don't like echo chambers, but as long as we can keep the discourse respectful, anybody can call in anytime. I don't have a ban on anybody. I like hearing different perspectives because it makes the conversation better in the chat room. I notice the chat room get the flipping, get the going and going and going. Whenever you have different opinions on different topics, you know what I'm saying? So that's always good. It's never a negative. Okay? Make R&B songs about what, Jay? Is that a joke? Is that an attempt at a joke? R&B songs about what? Maybe you should make some, bro. You probably a lot better at that than me. But yeah, there are men out there that like big butts. I have no doubt. But again, there's a lot of women with big butts and they're single. And they've been single for a long time. So obviously having a big butt didn't get them a ring. I see a lot more women who don't have a big butt with a husband than women who actually have big butts. They don't. Have a belated Thanksgiving, Jay. Same to you, Shantia. Same to you, man. And shout out to everybody that's here. But yeah, man, again, I want people to want to have conversation because I've seen echo chambers. It's boring and it's weird. I like a little bit of differences of opinions, because it gets me revved up. Okay? Gets that competitive spirit out of me, because I can be a very ultra super competitive person when need be, So that's what we are doing here. All right. Look at that. Some of y'all already falling in love with Destination Motivation. Some of these guys are already over there subscribing to her channel. You know, when they first got into that, they were like, red pill. Nah, I'm just joking. You know. He said I got a nice voice. I think I have more of a voice for like doing this than singing. You know. I don't know though. I might play a song with somebody singing and I'll say it with somebody else. It might be me singing, you know. Can you recognize that voice? Destination, that's not true. I think you know that. But Destination, let me ask you something. Are you in a relationship right now? Are you in a relationship right now? Shout out to Rose Scholar again. Some of their butts are so big that you know the fecal matter left over after they use the facilities. Only Rose Scholar could post that. I've heard that. I've heard that that goes on. I've definitely heard that. Because Destination, I'm trying to get to know your personality more. That's it. I'm always asking questions. This is what I do. I ask questions. I was going to ask you while you was on the phone. But I will say the reason why I say it matters is because sometimes you got women that will feel a certain type of way because they may not be getting attention. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's cool, Jay. Listen, Jay, I want to see y'all win. Okay? That's why I make this content. That's why I take the that's why I take the drawback that's gonna come from people, you know, because I want to see y'all opinion on this. Shout out to Real Virtue. Jay, Malik Yoba is a strong black man. With that said, I'm not gay. And that is 100% your opinion. I'm sure he's a strong man for his family, you know. Takes a strong man to come out, right? What's going on, Miranda? Turkey Day was good. Hopefully y'all had a good Turkey Day. Well, Miranda, you may have to watch the stream over. Kimbella got, basically had to move out the mansion and start over because financially she put more money into buying new fake assets than paying bills. And Joel's in jail, so he can't do nothing, you know. Well, I've already shut the phone lines down, you know. I don't know. That's an interesting case study, bro. Interesting case study. Megan? Who is Megan? If you're talking about Megan Thee Stallion, AJ didn't put on business. Oh, you saying didn't she own a business? She don't own no business. What business she own? You talking about Megan Thee Stallion is the way she is because she wants to be. You gotta understand, it's not just black men that like women with, big butts or big tits. Other men of other races. You forgot the Latin men, or maybe even Asian men, maybe. It ain't just us they're trying to appeal to. I hope y'all understand this. This is why they wear the blonde hair. They're lightening their skin. They're trying to look more European because that's the standard of beauty. It ain't just about the assets, man. These chicks are trying to look as ambiguous and as Barbie dollish as possible. They're trying to have that Kim K look, man. Shout out to Rose Scholar again. If you notice, women will get these surgeries and trans have a similar look, butt, nose, duck lips. Because they all going to the same surgeons. And I'm currently in a long distance relationship. What's your opinion? My opinion is at some point, you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do. Is she going to move closer to you or are you going to move closer to her? Or is it just going to be a long distance thing? You just meet each other throughout the year. But the communication is a must. You got to, see with each other that I know that long distance relationships don't work for some people, maybe even most people, because it could be a situation where both of them want to have, relations with each other, and that may be the only reason. They may be highly attracted, they want to see each other but can't do it. Situation of something that's long term, that's going to take time to build. But at some point, it's going to have to come a time where you have to make that choice, It ain't just black men that like women with big butts. Why you think white women and some of these other women doing it too? Because they realize that there's a market for white men and other men that like that too. Yeah, the Arab men like big butts just as much as black American men. Arab men are always flying out chicks, flying out IG models with big butts. They be flying them sisters out. Listen, them Arab men be flying them sisters out, man. Them sisters in Dubai, who y'all think they're going to see? Low original, the stream is old. I'm about to close the stream down. But hold on, let's see. Arab men are the main ones flying them out. They're getting big butts because them Arab men like that. But they want to make it seem like it's us. But they claim how we broke. We ain't, we ain't on a certain level. But they're getting big butts to impress us. Does that make sense to y'all? Shout out to Rogue Scholar again. I kissed a black girl on the cheek in the 4th grade. That's the closest I came. Closest you came to what? To a black? I'm telling you, man. Law Rizzo, let me see this. If you want to call in, Law, I'm open that. You can call in. You got a couple minutes now. If you want to call in, you got a couple minutes. But them Arab men are flying them sisters out. They're flying in the Latin chicks out. They're flying in the white European chicks. Any type of body type, they flown over there. Because I've seen them chicks over there flaunting their Dubai trip. Like, you can tell they ain't never been nowhere. You already know why they over there. Oh, you not calling in? Okay. All right. Oh, you'll call in? Okay. Let me see. Let me get this back up. I'm telling you, them Arab men be fucking, all type of chicks, man. They be having the BBWs over there. They'll have like the runway model chicks. And then they'll have, just the average. They be the ones over there flying them chicks over there. It be them Arab men. How you think they get the money to pay for them surgeries? Who you think is paying for it? All right, you say call next. All right, well, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up anyway. But shout out to everybody that's here. Bella Michelle say love my voice. Well, thank you, Bella Michelle. I appreciate it. But when you say that, you're gonna have people coming out the woodworks with their jokes or whatever. But see, listen, this is why you don't need the dating coaches. No, I'm just joking. I was gonna say this is why you don't need the dating coaches to tell you how to interact with women. But I'm telling you, man, them dating coaches are cleaning up, ain't they? Got a bunch of Red Pill, MGTOW, all types of groups you could think of, man. They are 100% backing these guys. Okay. Yeah, man. You got the African dudes, you got the Arabs. They're the main ones who are basically funding these females' lifestyles. You know, so they're trying to look good for those Arabs and those rich Africans. That's what they trying to look good for. Okay. But as far as black American men is concerned, the most we can do is like posts and comment, talking about how much we love them and how much they look good, even though all we see is their ass and not their face. You know, that's what's going on. You know? Female dating coaches. Man, I'm seeing a rise in female dating coaches too, man. I hope it's working out for those women, man. But I'm noticing those female dating coaches getting a lot of support from you brothers as well. You know? But hey, you can do it if you want to. I'm hoping I dream tonight. What you gonna dream about, Bella? But don't say it in chat, but you know, insinuate. You know. Let me go ahead and end the stream, man. All right, people. It was a good stream. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and showing support. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. No. All right. Hopefully y'all have a good weekend, man. I know some of y'all done got your weekend started off. Maybe you're on vacation, or doing whatever you're doing. But until the next one, all right, peace. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. It'll probably be Monday, you know.